Now then, let's talk. Let's have a little discussion. Let's have a nice little rant between each other. And I'm sure you'd love to be able to get your opinions in the comments below. And you know what? I can't blame the amount of like disappointment. I can't blame the amount of frustration. I can't blame the amount of resentment that is going around this club right now with the amount of transfer speculation with Nonto, Tyler Adams. Are they coming? Are they staying? Are they doing what? We need to understand what's actually happening, because at the end of the day, I do not want these players at the club anymore. I mean, obviously there was rumours that he was going to be going to Brighton. This is Tyler Adams, because obviously the whole transfer saga with Chelsea has broken down. In my previous video, I did make a video saying that it was something to do with the medical, and I didn't really look into it fully, whereas in this video I want to describe it a little bit better, because obviously I was packing for London. But yeah, he had completed his medical. It was already set and done, but for some reason Leeds United and Chelsea's like agreement when it came to Tyler's like figure, settlement figure, I just don't think it was like fully approved by both parties. So for some reason Tyler Adams didn't want to go to Chelsea. He said that he would complete the medical just in case like the deal had been done, but he didn't want to go to Chelsea. I think he was more so pushing a move away from Leeds United, but we don't know which team he would want to go to. I mean, Brighton kind of makes more sense for him, because obviously they're in a better position than Chelsea right now. Yes, they've brought in Pochettino. Yes, they've brought in a lot of players, but at the same time, Brighton are in Europa League. Brighton, in a sense, I would say more of an exciting project than Chelsea right now. And with Caicedo as well, he's supposed to be leaving Brighton for £110 million. Like, can you imagine if Leeds United would go out there and do business exactly what Brighton would do? We would be absolutely minted with the amount of players that we could bring in for the cheap, still make them into extremely high Premier League level players, and then sell them for hundreds of millions of pounds, you know, just exactly what Brighton are doing. And fair play to the owner. He's a complete businessman. But anyways, Tyler Adams is heading back to Leeds United. I don't think he's going to be featuring for Leeds United anytime soon, because obviously he still wants away from the club, according to Fabrizio Romano. And as well, Willie Nonto has, in a sense, ruled out himself from the game against Birmingham City. And as you can see on your screen right now, there's been a statement actually when it comes to Willie Nonto. The club has pretty much said that they're very disappointed, and they're putting him in a sense in a disciplinary manner of in a sense forcing himself away from Leeds United, forcing himself away from playing at the weekend. And fair play to the club, because at the end of the day, you're under contract at Leeds United, you're under contract at a job. This is your job, so you do what you have to do. Doesn't matter whether you settle, doesn't matter whether you want to not play for the club. We can't go to work and say to a manager, well, we're not doing this, because we'll just get sacked, you know? Yes, it's a little bit different when it comes to football, but you're a Leeds United player, pal. And if you're going to continue being a baby, you're 19 years old, start acting a little bit more mature, start acting a little bit more respectful towards yourself, your name, and the club. Because at the end of the day, there's going to be teams out there. Yes, there's Burnley, yes, there's Everton, and yes, there's now Napoli interested in signing you. But what's that going to do for your reputation? Because they're going to look at this and be like, okay, well, where does his loyalty stand? Is he going to do this to us? What's his attitude going to be like when it comes to like games we're not winning, or is he going to like throw his dummy out the pram type of thing, you know? And I mean, end of the day, we're going to get rid of him. We're going to get rid of Tyler Adams. We're going to get rid of him, and we're going to get around about 20, 25, 30 million pounds for Nonto. And I'm hoping that the 49ers will stand there and sit him down and be like, look, we're not, you know, you're not leaving until we've got a decent offer for you. And if you don't like it, then you play for the under 23s, you play for the under 18s and under 21s or whatever. And that's where you're staying until an offer actually comes in for you. Because at the end of the day, you don't deserve to be wearing the Leeds United shirt. You don't deserve to be playing in the Leeds United first team if you're going to have an attitude like that, you know. But everything this week has been a complete madness. Yes, Joe Rodon has come in, which is fantastic, and that's brilliant piece of business. And it reminds me a lot of like Ben White, you know. He's a very confident ball-playing defender. He's very agile when it comes to when he's in possession. He likes to play in like possession-based football, just similar to what Ben White used to do under Marcelo Bielsa. So if Daniel Farke can get the best out of Joe Rodon and in a sense help solidify that defence just like Ben White did, and I think Leeds United are going to have a very, very strong setup. I don't think he's going to be playing against Birmingham, even though he is registered to play against Birmingham. I think with him not training with the club, with him not, in a sense, being in contact much with the players and understanding the system and all that, I don't think he's going to be playing this week. Maybe he might be featuring next week, but I personally think it's going to be Cresswell and Strike in the back line. I mean, it's not too bad of a back line, but of course we need to get Joe Rodon back up to speed. So it's been a mad one. I mean, Aaron's as well, he was another one who was supposed to be coming. His medical was all due, £7 million plus add-ons, leading up to around like 12 million. And then, of course, Bournemouth had to come in and steal him within like a few hours, which to me doesn't make sense. But end of the day, this is the power of the Premier League, isn't it, you know? So I don't want people to sit here and like be upset about it. Of course, it's a disappointing, it's disappointing to hear any type of news when it comes to medicals agreed and the players like reject you. But at the same time, there is other players who we can go out and who we can go out and buy. I mean, there's Cody Drameh who we can still rely on. Luke Keeling, I feel like he's going to have an okay season. But I think Daniel Farke will get the best out of these players. And as well, Hamer from Coventry, another player that Phil Hay had linked us to, is in a sense going to Sheffield United for £15 million. And to me, that's really gutting. I think that one would have been an exceptional signing. I don't know how and when or if Leeds United would have gone out there, but can you imagine having Ethan Ampadu, Hamer and Archie Gray in the midfield three, or just Hamer and Ampadu in the middle? That would have been absolutely fantastic. So yeah, I think that was a bit disappointing as well. Joel Perreault, what we're going to be doing about him, because of course we're going to be screaming out for a left back to help Sam Byram. I personally rate Sam Byram so much, but I think we need another left back to be able to give us that extra bit of depth. Maybe another midfielder, but as well Joel Perreault up front when it comes to in a sense solidifying that space, because we don't have anyone. Because if Willie Nonto's not playing there, then there's Patrick Bamford, there's Rutter, there's Joseph. These are all players who are injured. I know Daniel Farke has come out and said that Rutter is now back. He could be featuring, but he might not be able to feature. So if he is featuring, he's going to be playing up front, and he's not a striker, is he? So we need to go out there and sod trying to negotiate the price, sod trying to get like the deal on a cheaper basis. Go out there and buy him for £15 million. It might be £12 million plus add-ons. So if we can afford to pay £12 million for Aaron's, why can we not go out there and buy Perreault? And as well, something that has annoyed me is that Akpom, you know, from Middlesbrough. Well, he's been linked away to Ajax. Do you know how much for? £10 million. That's it. And Leeds United at the start of the window were linked with him. So why can't we go out there and spend £10 million on Chuba Akpom? New Middlesbrough said that they will be willing to let him go if teams meet the requirement price tag. So why can't Leeds United go out there and just spend £10 million on a striker? You know, they just have to do everything difficult. I know the defence is the most important in my opinion, because obviously we've conceded so many goals. So maybe they're trying to work from the back and then go into midfield and then go up front. I don't know how they're trying to do business, but I don't know. I mean, this week has been an absolute madness, hasn't there? With amount of transfer speculations, the arguments, the aggro, the toxicity, the draw against Cardiff and the win against Shrewsbury, and then as well it's going to be a very difficult game against Birmingham on Saturday, or today should we say. So it's been an absolute madness. I've never known nothing like it. So we're going to have to just buckle up, strap in, and just see where the next couple of weeks lead us, because obviously there's only about 3 weeks left until the end of the transfer window, and I'm hoping that Leeds United will be able to bring in at least 3 more players. So yeah. Look, as well, like this top, 2001 era. Got it for my birthday, an early little birthday present. 2001 Strongbow. I think this is when a couple of seasons before Leeds got relegated, but I just thought I'd just throw it in the video. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like the video, turn on the post notifications as well so you don't miss a single video, and I guess I will see you maybe in a live stream after the West Brom game. But anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, and I will see you later. Peace.